Look at these two women. One was the beauty ideal of Korea in 1924. The other, the ideal of 2024. 100 years. Same country, completely different face. This is not a story about makeup. This is a story about war, occupation, and poverty. And how one small country turned beauty into the most powerful export on the planet. Korea did not accidentally become the beauty capital of the world. Korea built itself into the beauty capital of the world. And the real story behind that transformation is something most people have never heard. For 500 years, the Joseon Dynasty ruled Korea on one principle: harmony above everything else. The beauty ideal was pale skin, not just light skin, extraordinary paleness, skin described as the color of moonlight on fresh snow. This was not simply aesthetic preference, it was a class signal. Pale skin meant you did not labor under the sun. It meant wealth, education, refinement. Women ground rice into powder and applied it every morning. They carried parasols outdoors in every season. They stayed indoors during peak sunlight hours. The ideal face was small, oval, almost fragile, eyebrows thin and perfectly arched, lips pale, rose, tiny and precise, single eyelids, completely normal. Considered serene. This was the standard for 5 centuries. Then in 1910, Japan annexed Korea. 35 years of forced occupation. Korean language banned. Korean identity systematically erased. Japanese beauty ideals flooded into Korean cities. Heavy powder foundation, dramatic darkened brows, bold theatrical red lips. Korean women absorbed these influences, not by choice, by necessity, to survive in a world that no longer allowed them to be Korean. Then liberation came in 1945, 5 years of freedom, and then 1950, the Korean War, 3 million dead, the country in ruins. Beauty stopped existing entirely. Survival was the only aesthetic that mattered. But through American military presence, magazines arrived, films arrived, faces no Korean woman had ever seen before: Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly. Women with a natural fold of skin above the eye, the double eyelid. In Korea, single eyelids were the complete norm. But now, seeing Western actresses on screen, something shifted. The first documented double eyelid surgeries in Korea were performed in the early 1950s by Korean doctors trained alongside American military surgeons. A single fold of skin. That small decision would take 50 years to completely transform a nation's face. By the 1960s, South Korea was rebuilding fast. President Park Chung-hee launched one of the most aggressive economic programs in modern history. 9% growth every single year for 20 years. And with money came a beauty industry. A small company called Amore Pacific, which had started with one woman selling camellia oil door to door, began expanding into full skincare lines. But Korean beauty philosophy was fundamentally different from the West. The West covered the skin with heavy foundation. Korea decided to heal the skin itself, invest in it, repair it, perfect it, until covering it was no longer necessary. Television arrived in Korean homes. In 1966, Korean actresses became the new standard: elegant, controlled, aspirational. Then, 1992, everything accelerated. SEO Taiji and boys appeared on Korean television. The judges scored them last place. The country went completely wild anyway. Entertainment companies saw what happened and began manufacturing idols with industrial precision. Small face, V-shaped jaw, double eyelids, high nose bridge, porcelain skin. This was not an accident. It was a specification. By the late 1990s, eyelid surgery was a graduation gift. Jaw shaving was advertised on bus stops. Gangnam District filled with clinics by the thousands. Not vanity, strategy. In a country where your appearance shaped your entire future, surgery was simply investment. South Korea co-hosted the FIFA World Cup. For the first time that the world's cameras were directly on Korea, and what people noticed was unexpected. Korean skin, luminous, clear, lit entirely from within, not genetics, not luck. The result of 40 years of skincare science that nobody outside Korea had ever seen. 10 steps, double cleansing, essence, sheet masks, SPF, always. By 2010, the West discovered it. The term glass skin was born. Then, 2017, BTS Korean beauty became a global phenomenon overnight. By 2025, South Korea overtook France as the largest cosmetics exporter to the United States, a country smaller than Indiana, beating France at beauty. But inside Korea, a new generation is quietly pushing back. The movement is called Tal Corset, Escape the Corset. Young Korean women cutting their hair, throwing away makeup, refusing a standard they never chose. The standard that took 100 years to build is now being questioned by the generation that inherited it. 100 years. From Moonlit Joseon skin to glass skin watched by millions across the world, from rice powder and parasols to a $13 billion global industry. When a beauty standard is engineered by corporations, enforced by algorithms, and sold back to you as the price of belonging, is it still beauty? Or is it something else entirely? Tell me what you think in the comments. See you in the next one.